As I came on board, it became clear to me that God was calling us as a ministry to provide a faith-based alternative to cancer care.
The St. Francis Cancer Center is so much more than a beautiful building with state-of-the-art technology and providers who are experts in their field. It's about a culture there that stands out.
Little did I know that 5 short years later, we would go from really not having a cancer program to having the most state-of-the-art, well-equipped, well-staffed cancer center in the upstate.
Very similar to Disney World and Ritz-Carlton, we wanted a culture that when patients walk in, they just felt a difference. They could see a difference. We want patients to not only appreciate good customer service, but to expect it every single time they walk in the doors.
Innovation is the word that best describes Bon Secours St. Francis' new Cancer Care Center. And perhaps the very first innovation was encouraging the staff to submit their own ideas for the building design and the patient care model.
It feels great to have a boss and to upper management that is willing to listen. It feels like you're a part.
This staff is dedicated, and that made a great impression on Dr. Robert Siegel when he came for an interview in December of 2013.
And at that time, there was no cancer center building. Everything was done at the hospital. What I did, however, was get a chance to meet all the people who made up the cancer center. I got a sense of their commitment. I got a sense of their compassion. I got a sense of their enthusiasm for what they did. And at the same time, they showed me that there was in fact a plan for a building, and that building would house both treatment, radiation therapy, all of the ancillary services we provide, the navigation, the research staff, the navigators, and it seemed a compelling sales process to me, and with that I looked into it a little further and did my research, and here I am.
It is the biggest and best team effort of people working together to get something that they know the community needed, and I've never been involved in a project that I was so certain that the hand of God was on it as I am about this cancer center.
You can think about innovative in a variety of contexts. You can think about innovative in the sense that the radiation therapy machine that we have there is cutting edge. You can think about it as innovative because we have research programs that are offered that are also cutting edge in terms of what they're providing to patients in terms of novel drugs and novel approaches to cancer. But I think more importantly, it's innovative in its ability to integrate the various aspects of cancer care in one building so that the patients don't have to travel, that they're inconvenienced the least.
The Cancer Center is definitely a patient-centric place in the fact that they can receive all of their care under one roof. They can meet with a nurse navigator, they can meet with the clinical pharmacist, they can meet with Dr. Joe, the psychologist, they can meet with their primary oncologist and the infusion nurses, have a PET scan, go to radiation, all of that. And that is our goal, is to try to coordinate all of that so they're not traveling all over the upstate.
You feel like you're coming to a place, this is where I'm going to beat cancer. And these are the people and the technology that I'm going to do it with.
We have physicians who are experts in their field, and not only are they experts in their field, but they are very patient-centered as far as their approach, very good bedside manner.
So how have you been doing, by the way,
Good.
since I saw you last?
Oh yeah, I got done, the 1st of December.
Mm-hmm.
So then I had my quarantine stage all through December.
And this is a group of patients who not only need to have the right therapy given to them, but they need to have the right therapy given to them compassionately, with an approach that understands them, their needs, their families' needs. I say very frequently I am part oncologist, part psychotherapist, part social worker, part clergyman, and have portfolio in none of those things, but nevertheless have had to learn how to do them in order to have a successful practice.
Well, I had treatment right after Thanksgiving, 7 days, and then they put the blood back in me.
Right.
So then
I am sharing with them
quarantine time.
a moment in time that they are particularly fragile, that they are sharing things with me that they would never have shared with a stranger. They're letting me open a window into their lives that is very painful. And I have always been honored by that opportunity. And that, to me, comes sort of close to holiness in terms of the degree of respect and spirituality that those patients are expressing in their willingness to share. And I cherish that. And I'm sure that most of my colleagues, whether you're a physician or some other care provider, understand what it is I'm saying. But it is palpably different here at St. Francis.
We treat the patient mind, body, and spirit, and that's not just a saying. I mean, if the patient comes in and they're emotionally not doing well, then they're not going to respond well with their chemo and with the radiation and with all of their treatments.
Other things that can be incorporated into the treatment are things like massage therapy and pet therapy, palliative care, symptom management, spiritual care with the chaplain to come and sit with them and talk with them and pray with them. There's so much more than just the science to treatment, but to the holistic aspects of care. And I'm so fortunate that we work for a program who can incorporate things like a hand and foot massage while you're getting chemotherapy. Even if it takes the patient's mind off what's going on for 5 minutes, it takes their mind off of it, and it gives them something to look forward to when they come back for the next treatment.
They're going to do well just because they've got the support and they're in it emotionally. They're stable emotionally.
Each visit to the Cancer Care Center increases a patient's strand of strength.
Strands of strength, the idea is for patients to be able to see their progress on one strand with beads. And so the idea is that every time that the patient comes through a part of treatment, they'll get a different bead. They first start out with a patient packet that has the strand in it. And as they go through treatment, they get a bead added to it.
And this is to, just boost their confidence, to feel a source of, I've accomplished things and, this part's behind me and we're getting ready to move on to something new, to something better.
That kind of innovative, patient-centered thinking is what truly sets the St. Francis Cancer Care Center apart. The culture of faith, hope, and expertise is evident throughout the campus. You just feel it.
I think it's innovative in the sense that in bringing our patients to this facility, they're exposed to an institution that has been built to allow as much ambient light in at the time of their treatments, at the time of their visits with their doctors, that they're not sitting in some walled-off interior room that may be a bit dark in a period that's fairly dark in their lives. And anything to sort of lift their spirits. I think the innovation is just as much in the design of the building as it is with the science that goes on there.
You can't pull into the building without first seeing Jesus standing there resurrected. He's facing the sunlight or the sunrise, so when the sun comes up, it's irradiating right on Jesus, and it's almost like he's saying, it's okay, I'm here, I'm with you. And it just gives patients a sense of peace that they're not going through this alone.
And when you walk in, it does kind of give you a reminder, even if you're having a bad day on, starting out to work, it does kind of give you a reminder that you're here for a reason, that we are here to serve the patients, that we are here on holy ground.
We, of course, are a faith-based organization, and I think anyone who works within the organization can say that they feel very comfortable in expressing their faith to one another and to their patients as well. And hope, just to give patients a sense of hope that everything is going to be okay, and we're going to take care of you to the best of our ability, and we're going to keep you the center of our focus. So you have hope in knowing that you're going to be well cared for at our organization.
Well,
And I guess you'll know something more this
Well,
afternoon.
we have an appointment this afternoon.
A lot of patients have commented on how they really love Sister Dorothy being present and walking around and meeting with them, and they just love her sense of humor and just how she is just present and just there for them. And you'll just see her kind of casually walking through the waiting areas, and she always has a huge smile on her face and just very welcoming to all of the patients.
I'll walk through the halls and I see Sister Dorothy sitting with patients and praying with them and holding hands and talking with them. So we're able to all pause for a minute, patients, family, staff, just to kind of get us all centered back into where we are and why we're there, and to remind us that we are on holy ground every single day.
I think everyone at the building just has a new excitement for just taking care of the oncology patients, and they deserve it. Patients there deserve our excitement and deserve our full attention because they're going through the struggle of their life, struggle for their life, some of them, and they deserve our best.
I'm hoping if we're known for anything, it's going to be that patients say, this is a great place to go, and this is a place to emulate for its quality, for its compassion, for its novel way of approaching the care of the cancer patient.
What you can know is that you're going to be with a person who's dedicated to a mission, a ministry, and a value that values you, and that values the relationship that we have, and that is thankful for you trusting your care to us. And so I think we will be sustained by the legacy that is the Sisters of Bon Secours.
Our ultimate goal for our patients and their families that we serve, that every time they walk in our building, that they remember the way we made them feel when they were in our presence. And that the first thing they think about when they see or hear our name, Bon Secours St. Francis Cancer Center, is not the cancer treatment and not what they experience as part of that cancer and everything that entails, but the way that we made them feel every time they were in our presence.